This episode is brought to you by Momcozy. Hey new parents, I'm Brian and welcome back to The Dad Life. Today I'm going to share how we are fully saving for both of our kids' college funds. It sounds pretty impossible, right? But trust me, I thought so too. But by breaking it down and sticking to a plan, we're going to make it happen, and I believe that you can too. So let me show you how we're doing it. Let's be real. College tuition is skyrocketing, and it's easy to be overwhelmed by how much it'll cost by the time our kids are actually ready to go to college. And according to Vanguard, college tuition is projected to increase at around 5% per year, which is faster than the rate of inflation. And right now, a 4-year in-state college tuition, including room and board, averages about $25,000 per year USD. But in 18 years, that number is going to be closer to $65,000 per year or $260,000 per child. And that's over $520,000 for 2 kids. We knew that if both of our kids went to a private university, it would actually be almost impossible for us to cover those college costs completely. So we thought about ways that we could financially support our children in a significant way and meaningful way to a certain degree equally between both children. And as a family, we decided to save enough to cover for 4 years of in-state college tuition, including room and board, for each child. Now, if they want to go to a more expensive school, they will need to cover the difference through scholarships, grants, or loans on their own. It's kind of our way of giving them a strong start while also teaching them financial responsibility. And honestly, we believe learning how to manage loans or debt can be a valuable skill. It's something we had to go through too, but we had to learn the hard way. And hopefully we can set our kids up for success. So how are we doing it? We're using a 529 account, which is a tax-advantaged account in the United States specifically for education spending. There's 3 main benefits to this kind of account. There's tax-free growth on the account. So any growth that you're investing in through this 529 is actually tax-free if it's used for educational purposes. And this is different from a standard brokerage account where you have to pay taxes on any of the growth in that account, which is called capital gains. And so you're paying capital gains taxes. So the second reason why we're using a 529 is flexibility. If our kids end up not going to a traditional educational route, for example, we can transfer the funds to another family member or even ourselves for educational purposes. And in the worst case, we can withdraw the money from this 529 account with a small penalty. And thirdly, just simplicity and automation. It's an easy way to focus on long-term growth without constantly worrying about taxes or contributing and all of these different things. So getting into how we actually do this, we started with an initial $1,000 deposit when we found out that we were having our first baby. And from there, we committed to contributing about $1,000 a month into the account. Anytime we received financial gifts for the kids, we added those into this account also. And so that was just a nice way to continue to boost the fund or the contributions. Now, some people do worry about overfunding a 529 account or not being able to use the funds. But like I said before, if your kids don't use it, you can change the beneficiary to, let's say, even a grandchild or even yourself. You can use it for other educational purposes like learning a new skill or taking a class. And in the worst case, you can withdraw it with a small penalty, which leaves you ahead compared to a taxable account. The flexibility of this account is why we chose it, and I would recommend it for families saving for education. Now here's where the magic of compounding interest comes in. Over the past 3 years, our 529 account has grown at an average of 25% per year, and it now has $93,000 in it. If we keep contributing $1,000 a month until our kids finish college, and we assume that the markets will continue to grow conservatively at 7% every year, the account will grow to $566,000, which will be enough to cover their college tuition, room, and board for 4 years for each child. Now, this is a conservative estimation because the S&P 500 has grown on average about 12% annually since 1926. While there have been ups and downs, the markets have always trended upwards. So for long-term investing strategies like this is going to be a safe assumption. Now, I know some of you are balking at this idea of saving $1,000 a month. In all honesty, this plan isn't easy. It requires consistent effort and sacrifice. And this is just part of raising kids. There are times when contributing $1,000 a month has been tough, but knowing that we're setting our kids up for success makes it worth it. And sometimes we contribute a little bit less, and sometimes when we do get a financial gift, let's say over the holidays from friends or family, we do put it into that account and it makes up for it. Once we start getting closer to the college years, we'll assess our contributions yearly depending on how tuition costs are and the financial markets are performing. And it's all about adjusting as needed while staying committed to this bigger picture. So, while saving for college seemed impossible at first, with a clear plan, it's actually absolutely doable, especially seeing the results after 3 years. Yes, it's gonna take sacrifice and consistency, but the peace of mind knowing that our kids' education will be covered, that's priceless. I also want to thank Momcozy for being a partner of the channel. And if you've been following the channel, you'll know that I think that Momcozy has some of the best products for new parents. I've reviewed a few products and compared them to the competition, and it always surprises me how much better Momcozy products are. Some of our favorites are the auto bottle washer, which is literally one of the most used products in our house right now, and it's a complete game changer. The other is the breast milk cooler, which I'd recommend for parents who need to keep milk cold on the go. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. How are you saving for college, or do you have any other strategies? Drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more parenting hacks, financial tips, and baby gear reviews. Okay? Well, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.